do next?
I will drop one thing in about WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it.
At all?
There's nothing happening.
Avacare and
Stupid.
EO.
She's not been on TV for.
It's going to be a good match, though.
And then EO is not involved in any title stuff, and then they just go.
They got a month.
Let's just make her.
Who hasn't? Stephanie hasn't been on TV.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 weeks.
She's been on every single week in promos because they keep telling her that the thing with Naomi happened, and they're like, "We're saving you for the title match. We're trying to figure out, is it going to be this? Is it going to be this?" Like,
useless. She should have been in a storyline doing something.
I think they'll ramp it up. I think they'll ramp it up.
Oh, what's happening? We're having to think about it. All right. Shite.
Because Naomi, just left in the middle of it.
Right? And what, you're telling me the company this size don't have a contingency?
Here it is.
Absolutely not.
Shite. Next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Four Jobbers Podcast. I'm, of course, Ginger Heat. I'm the orange one, and we have all 4 jobbers here this week for your listening or viewing pleasure, because At the 4 Jobbers is available everywhere, and this podcast is now available in video format, and we have tons of content rolling out, fun games, which are going to be recording after this, so come and check them out on our Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of that stuff. Jason, they hate Jason, Le Petit Bijou. Why are you Le Petit Bijou this week?
Because I'm a jewel.
That's for sure. You are a jewel. You're a crown jewel?
No.
just a jewel. Okay, that's fair. The Waxy, the Venomous, the son of the jeweler, or the dentist. The Wax Mamba. What's going on with you this week, buddy? How you feeling? Are you feeling like a jewel yourself?
I'm feeling like a jewel minus the EL.
Oh, gee.
Jordan had to figure out the math on that one, but the body from Kirkcaldy, Jordan Deves, all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland. He's an engineer. He's supposed to be good at math.
I just wasn't sure which E he wanted me to take out, so that was what I got confused with. But
yeah,
you know.
I don't really have a crazy question for you guys this week, so let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about the news going on in the wrestling world, and then we're going to be talking about the Clash in Paris. We're going to go match by match really quickly and see what we thought of it. We'd love to hear what you thought of Clash in Paris. Did it live up to the hype? Did it live up to your expectations? Stay tuned. The Jobbers are going to cover it in just a moment. But first, the news. Waxy, what's going on, buddy?
Well,
sorry, as he's going to take a sip of his beer for those watching the video.
I was looking forward to that sip.
Have the sip.
I could have kept going. I'm a pro. I can natter on.
For those who are on the audio
version,
I'm about to take a sip of this beer.
Get real close to the mic.
Sip this. ASMR.
Sip in progress. Oh,
nice.
Sip completed.
Nice.
Okay, so a lot of the news is surrounding what happened at Clash in Paris. But CM Punk, right? He's a wrestler. We know him.
Who?
We love him. Some of us.
Well,
No, some of us.
Yeah, maybe not the guy in the AEW
Maybe
shirt.
not
the
the guy in the
do.
AEW shirt. But he's been hovering around the World Heavyweight Championship picture for a little while. Even was the World Heavyweight Champion for a brief period in time and almost had it again until somebody interfered. And that somebody is pushing the odds a little out of his favor, which has led people to believe, with SmackDown being in Chicago, of all places, that we might get the return of one AJ Lee. There's been a range. I mean, people have been asking for it for a while.
AJ
Lee. The best AJ. But people have been asking for this for a while because, people are a big fan, seem to be in great shape. Didn't have any ring rust, apparently, when she was last working. She has had no interest up until now, but if there is one time for her to come back, would you not say that it would be now? Now that Becky Lynch is involved on the Seth Rollins side. So nobody claimed this in the note, but I see, Brad, you didn't claim anything.
Oh, yes.
So if someone's ambulance is
Yeah, can you hear that? I mean, there's a fire truck going by.
okay, I was wondering. So is the valet running off to
It was loud. I wasn't sure if anyone could hear
No, that one picked up. Brad, first of all, do you want this? Which I assume the answer is absolutely. And if so, how do you see that storyline playing out with AJ involved?
Oh my goodness, there's a fire truck going by again, so maybe I'll give my answer in a second. Door's closed. Can you still hear it?
Mm-mm. I can hear it.
No. Big horns? No, nothing. Good. Great. Yes. Do I want AJ Lee back? Yes. Who doesn't? If you don't get it, you don't belong in the wrestling family. You don't belong in the universe. Gone. Banished from the kingdom.
What's your favorite AJ Lee match?
AJ Lee as an assistant to Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, because that is my favorite match of all time, and she's a major part of it because her kiss was the kiss of death to Daniel Bryan, which I love, and it made
so you
Sheamus
like her
win.
as a valet.
What's your favorite AJ Lee match?
I didn't say I was a big fan. You did.
I just made an answer. What's yours?
I don't have one. I'm not really a big fan.
Well, clearly not. So you're not happy to see her back, or you don't care?
Oh, I'll get into that later with my news story. Carry on.
Yes. We're talking. We're going to Jason's
call you
next.
out.
Carry on.
Comes in here like a big jewel, eh?
You say nothing for 10 minutes, and you come at me with a question like that?
No, it's because
You get an
honestly,
answer.
it's because I understand why people are excited, but like, can people really name like her best matches? Like, it's tough. I don't know.
Sure, they can.
She was great overall, but like to choose a match, like,
But
it was
even
hard
still,
for me to
like,
think.
the question itself would then, really lead to the wrestling portion of it. You don't care about the wrestling. Just
No,
the
no.
story. You can remember
Yeah.
storylines involving her for sure. Lots of them.
100%.
Do you remember the matches necessarily? No. It was a different era, though. The wrestling was a bit different. That's why it's going to be so exciting to see her wrestle in this era, because as we saw, Nikki Garcia trying to wrestle in this era, maybe it's ring rust. There's been a lot of rumors online that she didn't live up to the expectations of today's wrestling, where Trish Stratus showed up and showed out. She proved that she can wrestle in any era against anyone, and that's why she's the GOAT. Will we see the same with AJ Lee? I think so. I think it's going to be spectacular. And the rumors say that it's going to be a long term, right? It's not supposed to be just like a little quick dilly in and out. Like the rumors say she's here for an extended period of time.
I didn't hear one way or another. What I know is that every time they've asked her in the past, she's said no. She's perfectly content living her life. I think she's also an author now. Like she's written either a graphic novel or a
Crazy is my superpower. Is that
yeah,
one of
she
her
wrote
books?
a book.
Yeah,
and I think she's happy living her life. So I don't know if it's going to be just for this one event. I don't know if it's going to be kind of a here and there type thing or as part of just
the rumors
this
online at this moment say it's going to be a long-term thing, which I think everybody would prefer because it gives time to build, it gives time for story, especially if she's involved in these big storylines with the main characters of the company, and she's a big deal. She deserves to be in the main.
I could see her
as well.
being a part of the CM Punk Seth Rollins storyline until that concludes, and then probably just being done, unless she gets a taste for it and she loves it again. You never know. You never know. I do think AJ, compared to someone like Nikki, and we'll get into Nikki later, but is starting from a higher level of wrestling.
I mean, I thought Nikki was the best of her era for a little while. She was in a time when the wrestling was really, really low, and she brought it up to a new level, I think. And so I'm going to try to attribute it to ring rust or something, but I think she elevated a time with her wrestling.
She did.
It was very surprising.
But that was a very
was.
low time for women's wrestling, and the best of that era.
It's also quite a while ago.
That too.
Yes.
That too.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, super. I'm really intrigued. I think in the service of this storyline that's really kicking off, and we'll get to Jason's news story in a second. Yeah, I think it works perfectly. If there's a time for her to come back, it makes sense now. She doesn't even need to get in the ring if she doesn't want to. She could just show up. A lot of people are saying no, intergender tag match or mixed tag match. Let's do it. I don't think it needs to be that. If you don't want it to be, they don't need to make it that. Just a little more intrigue, a little more.
How do you want her to come back? Do you want it to be like a surprising moment, or she just rolls out? Does it have to be a big PLE, or can it be on a weekly show?
It could be on a weekly. I think by now it won't be surprising if she shows up. People are expecting it. Again, SmackDown's in Chicago. I think people would be more surprised if she doesn't show up at this point. So, we'll see.
WWE's doing a pretty good job of keeping us...
Well, there was a leaked tweet,
so-
like a tweet that was quickly deleted, but Who knows if that was?
I think if they're smart, they'll find a way to make us think that we're wrong.
I hope
And
so.
if that is that CM Punk brings out Rhea Ripley to be in his corner, and then we're like, oh, that's crap, and then AJ comes back.
Is
I don't
Drake
know.
Rhea in the news? Sorry, I didn't
No,
look at
it's
the news
not.
yet, but that's not in the news.
No.
Okay. Did that make the news in Scotland?
I mean, it made the news it was in a wrestling chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never.
Yeah.
You don't react to anything, and I don't know if you've seen it or not. How am I supposed to know?
I react internally. I just don't.
Exactly. Most people
Yeah.
do. They react internally, and you're like, oh,
So
no idea if this out or not.
Oh,
continuing on this storyline, we did on Raw have a promo between Becky Lynch and CM Punk, and a lot of people are calling it promo of the year. Jason, is this the IWC being the IWC, or does this have some legitimacy?
It definitely has some legitimacy. I'm hesitant to say promo of the year because I don't have every promo
Yeah.
like logged in my brain, but it was good enough for
Sure.
me to put it. No, I don't. It was good enough for me to put it in that discussion, even though I can't like recall everything that's happened thus far this year. It was. I put a video out recently about how I feel dead because. Or, like inside in regards to
All right.
wrestling,
Oh, okay.
maybe other things too, but this was just about wrestling. Because the Bloodline era was a long time, or the whatever you want to call it. It was a long time, and it was must see TV. We locked in. We made sure we showed up on time to watch it. And now I kind of just watch wrestling because it's on and because we talk about it. It's just like habit. I'm not really super excited. Every once in a while, I like something I see, but so like when this happened, when I watched this like take full like come to fruition, and when I watched Becky come out all playful with Seth's theme just after she joined the Vision, I was very, very happy to see her. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. We're not gonna, Punk and Seth, they hate each other. It's always great when they get together, but we need to inject in some new feel into this feud. It's kind of like I've been watching a lot of MCU again lately. It's like injecting new superheroes into the overarching story that we've seen for a while. Like Iron Man comes in, or whoever, and injecting Becky Lynch, who is arguably the greatest wrestler of all time for women's division, into this. And I think she's at the top of her game as far as a heel right now. I know she's had some pushback for some reason, but I really think that she is an incredible, I have some notes here. She's very convincing. She's the visceral hate coming out of her when she was talking about Punk. I think we all wanted to know like what she thinks about the Punk. This guy's talking about her husband like he's the most garbage human being of all time, and I think she conveyed it really well, like how she feels, and it doesn't just affect him, and we have a family and this, that, and the other. And I just want to comment on a couple cool things that were said. She said, this is probably on the fly because they're chanting for AJ Lee, and she's like, always chanting for a dope that doesn't work here, which also goes back to when they were chanting CM Punk when he didn't work there. That was a great line.
That's so good.
Making the CM Punk chant about herself, which is so petty, and like, how can that really make you that mad? 10 years ago, they're chanting your name, even though you weren't here when I was busting my ass. Saying you don't fit the name The Vision, right? I've had trouble with this name when I first heard it, but then she's like, you don't fit the Vision, and I'm like, oh, that's money. That's a money line right there. Anytime you take someone out, you don't fit the Vision, you're gone.
That's really
I
good.
like that.
Yeah.
And she was the first to use it. I hadn't heard anyone else in the Vision.
I don't think
use
they've said that yet.
right?
You don't fit the Vision, but it's perfect. It's kind of like Best for Business back in the day with Triple H and all that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think she's just in her bag right now. I think she's incredible. She seems very desperate, even though she has a title and her husband has a title. It feels like they're about to lose everything, like one of those major villains in a movie that their comeuppance is coming and they're going to lose it all. But right now they're dangling over the edge. And obviously CM Punk's retorts were very well, very, very good as well. I don't know how'd you guys feel about when she got physical with Punk? She punched him.
I'm so glad you brought it up.
And she slapped him, and I'm not going to say I hate it because it made me uncomfortable just seeing the exchange because I didn't know how to feel. I didn't expect that to happen, and there was so much stuff. Yeah, the way it was done, like it was kind of like it started off with a real punch, and then she was playful and she was rubbing her head on him. Like she just seemed like kind of Harley Quinn-esque, like out of her mind. I don't even know how to take it. And then like part of me was like, why didn't he sell it a little bit? And then it's like, why isn't he doing anything? Because like obviously I think Baron Corbin gave her the end of days back in the day. Remember that? So I thought it was interesting and unique, and it made me uncomfortable in a way, because I didn't know what to think, and I liked being in that position, like as a fan, not so predictable with everything. Like I just think this back and forth was sorely needed, and it really builds the anticipation well for AJ Lee. As I said before, I'm not a huge AJ Lee fan, but I do recognize, how big of a fan everyone else is and what she brings to the business. And she was great back in the day. As far as character work, she was like top tier.
Yeah.
I joked, like, do you know her best match? Like, I'm sure she has a lot of great matches. We remember the character and how she made us feel. Like I said in my video before, that's what's most important, how they make you feel. So I'm really excited about this. I'm not usually happy about like the intergender or mixed tag, match, adding the wives, adding the husbands, whatever. But in this case, I think it's been done beautifully. And if it's AJ Lee or bust right now, because this to me is the best storyline happening in the WWE. It's must-see TV. I am locked in to see what happens next, so don't blow it. Like, you finally got me back, like, and I know that's what they want. They want me back, and they got me.
It's real. It's real, and that's what I think is so impactful for me. Like, when I've watched, husband and wife stuff before, it's Triple H and Stephanie or Miz and Maurice, and it's not the same caliber of wrestler. There is very much a kind of disparity of wrestling ability and wrestling
stardom
gravitas.
too.
Yeah,
like all these four people feel like they're top tier stars.
Like,
in their division
top
too.
of
That's
their
never,
divisions.
that's
top
never
of their
happened
divisions.
before. There's no way.
Yeah,
and it's
Edge
I
Lita,
think-
but it
yeah,
that was
Trish and who?
she was more like a, I don't know. It wasn't the same, but it was great.
At the time, Lita was
great.
really a ballet.
Yeah.
At that
Yeah,
time.
it was more valet.
This feels real, and that's why, for me, when Becky came out, I was like, perfect. Finally, we're going to hear what she has to say about all of this, because she's been in the locker room with Punk and Seth and everyone that's been talking about this whole feud, in kayfabe, and she's never said anything about it. There needs to be some kind of,
It's like she was in a different timeline or something.
exactly. It's
there was
almost
jokes made that involved her,
slightly,
but they weren't like against her. It was more like
it needed to
she's
be
the man and you're not.
It needs to be obvious, and it needs to be in her faces, because the show is in her faces. So I love this, and it makes so much sense that she is there now. The whole slapping and punching thing, I genuinely loved it. I absolutely loved it.
The way
I'm
it was done,
glad-
like everything, like,
yeah, everything about it, because it was not her punching with full force. Now,
Yeah.
by that I mean in kayfabe,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I think she's obviously slapping him, and it's that is real. You can tell that is real.
The punch looked real too at the first
Yeah,
one. A little like,
But it's just poking the bear. It's her.
disrespect.
It's her proving that she can do that, and he's not going to do shit.
Yeah.
That's all that was. So the fact that he didn't sell it, he didn't need to sell it. It was about respect. How many
He
times
sold the anger. He looked really angry.
100%.
Yeah.
Think about how many
It was
times
really
you've
good.
watched two wrestlers stand in the ring and one of them slaps the other one. They don't immediately sell it. They go, oh, and then look back at them. That's exactly what happened here. It was perfect. I loved it. And I felt really uncomfortable, because if he had done anything, he immediately changes the entire dynamic of this feud. But he didn't.
Sure.
He just had that little line at the end, and it was enough to make us go, perfect. We know what's happening now.
And
Great.
him walking away with his tail between his legs and her belittling and taunting him all the way to the back. Like, I think it was so good. It
It's
makes me want to see what
beautiful.
happens so bad. Like, what
Yeah,
happens
you
next?
saw the clip with him and Adam Pearce also afterwards, right? What
Oh,
city
yeah,
SmackDown
yeah.
in?
Of course it's Chicago, because every second show's in
Every second
Chicago, it feels like.
No wrestler looks angry better than CM Punk right now. I think it's
'Cause
the
he really
eye.
is.
I think it's the bags. Yeah, that's it.
Maybe
Yeah,
Brett.
bags,
I
yeah.
still do not know how Seth Rollins and CM Punk feel about each other, like
Yeah, I'm not sure.
out of
I mean,
kayfabe.
legit,
I know they
yeah.
have disliked each other when Punk was
Yeah.
out of WWE and Seth is a company guy. I don't know how they feel about each other. They're working together, They're
Do
professionals.
you think they should?
But that's
do
kind
you
of what
think they
makes
should
it.
take pictures together, like
Yeah, do the
backstage
pointing,
and
the
break
Triple H
kayfabe?
pointing. No, I just think.
Kayfabe's not a big deal, right? You
Yeah,
know?
but I just think that's what makes it kind of interesting because you really don't know how much of it comes from real feeling and how much of it is for show, and that's probably what makes it so effective. So
100%.
I'm also locked in. Just looking at time, we're gonna skip over the wrestlers getting mobbed in public. It's don't do that.
Just
Don't
say
be
it's
a
good that
weirdo.
they have bodyguards.
It's
They
good.
should have bodyguards.
They should have had bodyguards
Yeah,
already.
100%.
Stop
Yeah,
being assholes
yeah.
and leave them alone.
Yeah, don't be
Yep.
weird.
Or be polite when you approach them. at
Find
least, like,
God.
Careful
Yeah.
and polite.
Yeah. Bump into them at Pizza Daddy.
Do you guys want to
instead.
talk? Yeah, exactly.
Surprise
Yeah,
them
like,
at the
getting
airport.
pizza,
rest of
then-
us. Yeah,
Tired.
yeah. Go let them order a whole pie, and then be done.
That was
with it.
organic. That's why it's so good. We're
Sure.
not waiting outside the terminal when they're tired and they have nowhere to go and they're
There's
stuck.
cameras, not even looking at them, looking through our cameras. Like
It's
That's
already
it.
in selfie mode as you're like approaching.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, looking at times, we want to talk about WrestlePalooza now, or can we save it to next week and we just go right into Clash in Paris?
yeah, next
I will-
week. I
Let's
guess.
do next.
I will
week.
drop one thing in about WrestlePalooza.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about it.
At all.
There's nothing happening.
Vacare and
Stupid.
EO.
She's not
That-
been.
that-
She's not been on TV for.
it's gonna
3
be a good
weeks.
match though.
And then EO is not involved in any title stuff, and then they just go.
Yeah, they got
"Oh,
a
yeah,
month."
let's just make her.
Who
let's
hasn't?
just-"
Stephanie hasn't been on TV.
Yeah, for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I
She's
don't
been on
think so.
every single week in promos because they keep
That's
telling
not
her
good
that
enough.
the thing with Naomi
Promos.
happened, and they're like, "We're saving you for the title match. We're trying to figure out is it going to be this? Is it going to be this?" Like,
Useless. She should have been in a storyline doing something.
I think they'll
Just
ramp
having
it
her
up. I
go,
think they'll ramp it up.
Oh, what's happening? We're having to think about it. All right. Shite.
because Naomi, just left in the middle of it.
Right? And what, you're telling me the company this size don't have a contingency?
Here it is.
Absolutely not.
Shite. Next.
All right. Well,
Move
then I
on.
think that's the news. Let's go right into Clash.
Let's do it. Let's talk
do
about Clash. I have the card if you want go through it as quickly as possible.
Started with the tribal chief. I remember that.
I do remember that. We started off with an absolute banger.
An
and then we had
hour
a-
long whole palooza.
The
Yeah.
fucking entrances, man. This match didn't start for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was about 15, 20 minutes in the match started. The match was 22 minutes long. And then
So
there
like
was
we're an hour,
everything after
hour
it.
with
Yeah.
entrances and match. Like
That's insane.
that's crazy.
But yeah, Roman Reigns defeats Bronson Reed and then gets absolutely demolished. I'm going to jump in and say this match was great. The aura around it was fantastic. All the bits that happened were great. I didn't love the aftermath. I thought it looked great and they did a good job of selling it, but I didn't love it because that's now the third time this year that Roman Reigns has a match and then by the end of it gets taken away to a hospital. And I'm kind of like, are we just not
Medical
able
facility.
to... Well, yes, sorry. Are we just not able to write storylines for Roman Reigns right now because he's not in the title picture? So we're just going to have him come in,
Keep
win,
taking him out.
get his ass kicked, and then go away for 3 months? Or is he genuinely busy doing other stuff?
He's filming, yeah.
And that's fine. But then I
Gotta have a
kinda-
better plan than that,
I
right?
don't want to see him if I know that he's just going to go. Because that was Rumble, Mania, and again.
Did he
now.
get added to this because of was someone else injured or something like that? Wasn't there something why he had to come back this time? Because you're right, it is so weird to have him back for such a short amount of time where he can't do anything, and then he just has to get injured every time and go away again.
I don't know.
Not
I
sure.
don't know why.
Not sure.
Maybe just wanted them on the European tour, I guess. But it just, he was such a big part of WWE and wrestling in general the last few years, and yet the last year he's come back for pointless storylines and then just been absolutely demolished by someone and goes away for 3-4 months. So I'm excited to see what they do with him when he comes back, but I don't know where he fits. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe they don't know where he fits right now. He should be at the top, but there's too many guys at the top. It's a bit top heavy at the minute. Maybe we need to spread that weight out a little bit. Let's jump into the next match, though. We have the Wyatt Six defeating the Street Profits to retain their tag team championships. Wax,
Yes.
you like tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, first of all, I've been critical of crowds who try to get themselves over, but the crowd singing the Wyatt Six and Bray's theme song was a highlight of the night.
Yeah.
For me, it was very ethereal, very, very cool. So shout out to them. It's definitely a sing-alongable song. The match was fine. I didn't expect the Street Profits to win. My one thing I'm not sure about is what am I supposed to think of the Wyatt Six? Because they get cheered, and they're supposed to be this tribute to Bray Wyatt, which is a babyface thing, but they cheat, and they act like heels, and Michael Cole buries them on commentary the whole time. So I feel like they're trying to be pushed as heels, but I don't think they'll ever get treated as heels. I think you got to make them a face group. I don't know what the angle of that is, but you lose something as a viewer when you want to cheer this team and you're being told you shouldn't. But I guess, how do you advertise the group being dangerous without them cheating? And also,
Violence.
I'm not even a big Street Profits guy. I can take them or leave them. But at what point are we going to do something with these guys too? They're great. They're a great tag team. They're fun to watch. Montez and Angelo are both great in their own rights, but they lost all their smoke. They don't have their smoke anymore.
Yeah.
They gave it to everybody.
That's why
All they do is blow smoke up everyone's ass.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the increasing over the weeks, and we saw it here again at Clash, the cracks starting to show in the Street Profits where Angelo...
Yeah.
Little baby
Montez
hairline
and stuff.
crack in the foundation.
It was hairline. Now this one was an actual, it looks like there's a crack. Like before, it's like, is that a
Crack
crack?
it open. Take a
There's a crack.
sledgehammer.
There's a crack. It's time to crack this
The issue
wide
is,
open.
I don't have confidence in WWE doing a tag team breakup. They've botched so many of them. And it always ends up with one person being buried and one person going on. And it's going to be Montez who goes up. It's going to be Angelo who gets buried.
I mean, they could do what they did in the past with
know.
Devon and Bubba Ray. Don't have them split up. Just have them drafted to different shows.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
there
don't
you
have to worry about them falling out. Maybe you can do that down the line when you have a proper worked out story for it. But
True.
if you want them separate just now, just have a draft. You know, say, hey,
The draft's
they're going
coming up,
The
separate.
draft
isn't
is coming up. The draft is about to happen.
Yep.
Like you could do that, and then you've got a really interesting moment in a Royal Rumble when the two of them are in it, something like that. It just it does need to happen. I think
What,
we're
like,
at that point.
What more? I don't know what they talk about. Obviously, they're a tag team. I don't know if Montez wants to break up. I don't know what they tell each other. I don't know. But like from my perspective, like what more do you want from Montez Ford as a superstar? What more does he need to be the man? What doesn't he do? I know he hasn't done it in a while. He's been cooling off for a long time. He was on fire years ago, but
I don't think he
what can't he
connects with
do?
the crowd very well.
You don't think he connects with the crowd? They're all doing this.
There's more to
What
it
did
than
it?
that. This is what is different than this.
That connects with
I
the crowd.
guess.
Like I right now he doesn't. I agree, but he remember was it Elimination Chamber when we
Can.
went?
Yeah,
remember
when
how
we went.
connected they
He
were then?
can.
That many people doing the thing and cheering for Montez. He's up on the thing. He's doing like I get
think
it,
he
but the
connects
Street
like that.
Profits
He
are in
can
such
turn it
a
on.
down place. Everyone knew they were going to lose that match. Nobody expects them to do anything right now, and it seems like there's infighting. This is such like a mess of a tag team. It has to go to breakup, or else there's nothing else. Like you're teasing the
some sort of
breakup, and the tag
separation
team
should
only
happen.
loses.
Yeah.
BFAB gets injected back in with nothing, no reason, no
Yeah, she just
rhyme,
appeared
no-
out of nowhere. Like, oh, okay.
There she is. Then she's gone. There she is.
She
Then
back.
What?
You know why she
And
got
then the Wyatt-
injected. We know that.
What'd she say?
Well, I'm black. You guys are black. We have to be together. That is what it is.
Well, no, that's maybe originally or like they were together, but then they lost the titles, and then she just appeared back. Like, why is she back? Like, I don't know.
there's no
There's
well,
just
there's
like,
no reason.
all you
beyond
need
that.
is a little clip to explain it. We just need a
that's
tiny. It doesn't even have to make sense. Just give me an explanation.
Give me anything. Just be
And
like,
the
oh,
Wyatt
you're back.
Six-
Cool.
We finally got a moment of Bo without the mask.
That was cool.
Backstage
Yeah.
promos.
I like that. I like
And
that.
he was
It's
so
good to see
creepy
him.
and so weird and holy shit. And then he comes out and he's got the fucking thing on.
No, they
da,
need
da, da.
damage control
And
too.
it really
Yeah.
seems like it's for the pictures and all these things. Like, it's like, okay, now we're going to have you all, because they always pose by the chair and everything. And da, 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 da.
I couldn't care less
No.
about them.
Where is the violence? If you want to
No,
be
it's
liked, the more haunted and scary you are,
But be
the more
be
people
real,
who like that kind of
be
stuff
realistic
get more into it.
haunted. Don't be like
Yeah.
Mike Cole's trying to say, oh, they think they're puppets.
Not magical
they're
and
not,
mystical.
They're not puppets.
No.
They're
No puppets.
people who came together. They can kill a bunch of people. That's fine.
They
Yeah,
could
they've
be like
been through
crazy
shit, they're haunted.
violent carnies.
Yeah, crazy
Yeah.
violent
Violent carnies. Varnies.
Varnies.
That's it.
That's
It's
right.
Bo's broken toys, haunted
Bo's
broken toys.
broken toys.
Show me the hauntedness.
Anyway, the match itself was
Well, there
fine.
you go.
I don't have any major complaints on it other than that.
Speaking of haunted pish, Becky defeated Nikki Bella in the shortest match of the night, and I'm hoping that this is the shortest review of the podcast. Jason, what did you think about this match?
All I remember from this match was
That's already too long.
a huge missed kick by Bella. That's all I remember.
Bella. It was appalling. This was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
I feel bad for
Um,
Nikki though. I think she
is that-
deserves better. I think she could do
100%.
better.
100%.
I was very, very lucky to have watched this entire pay-per-view. One with my good friend Cam, and two with both of our valleys. Right? Actually, I probably shouldn't say valley. I should probably just say wife.
Now they want to get divorced after watching this match. with you.
yeah.
Forever
but
Valley, come on now.
Even they were watching this and going, "That looks so ridiculous." They're like the table head shots where Nikki was going back
yeah, I
and
forgot about
forward.
Wait,
that.
who's
That was
at
even
fault
worse.
there? Everyone's blaming
Well,
Nikki.
No, I
but why
blame
is that
Becky.
Nikki's
I blame
fault?
Becky.
That's Becky's fault.
100%. But that's what the point I'm making is that the whole match was just awful. Like
Yeah.
nobody looked good in this.
And they had a good back and forth with the
Same
Cena
with the missed
and
kick,
all
though.
that,
If you no-sell that missed kick and just stand there laughing, it looks like it's Nikki's ring rust or something. It doesn't look like it. But Becky, 5 seconds later, going,
It was awful.
She
"What
shook
are you
the ring.
doing?
It's not good.
You buried her twice."
Honestly, let's not give it any more airtime than it deserves.
We're just trying to
It
balance the
deserves
narrative out
none.
there because the burying for Nikki has gone too far. A lot of that was
She
could
was
have been
awful.
fixed
but,
by Becky
but
in that
she
match.
Was
but
not. She was not helped by Becky for sure.
Yeah.
Let's move on to match of the night. Rusev defeating Sheamus
yeah.
by submission and a good old fashioned Donnybrook match.
Donnybrook.
I'm going to say that I apologize for last week saying that a good old fashioned Donnybrook match was an absolute bag of wank. I
I knew you
was
would.
proved wrong. This was awesome.
It was an awesome
I
match. I couldn't care less
loved it.
about it, but it was a great match.
No,
It was great.
it was one of those things that I was sitting watching going, this is unbelievably good. And I think it's because it came after the Becky and Nikki match.
Oh, that's true.
helps.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
it
helps.
helped. Yeah.
Straight off the back of that,
Everyone-
I'd watched this and I was just like,
They're
I
going to
was feel-
deliver, obviously,
Yeah.
these two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think
was-
Rusev
it was
needed this
prime
win.
Booker T loved it. He
Did
was
Rusev
sitting there
win?
going, yeah.
He made Sheamus tap
Oh.
out, which Sheamus
Booker
doesn't
T's
do.
sitting there in his chair going, no bread, no water, just me.
What do they do with him now, though? He's beyond, like, no reaction. No one cares.
I think he needs to
Rusev?
keep.
Yeah, he comes out as quiet as hell. No one cares.
I like that he's going against the Rusev Day stuff, though. I think that could be a good in for him. But
We
yeah,
need
he
heels.
needs
We've
to.
said it a lot.
He needs
We
to.
need heels. He's a great heel. He can go anywhere and be a heel
What's his purpose?
to hurt people.
Yeah,
He's just a
I think
big
he. I think he
card.
just wants to make
Bulgarian
people
brute. Hurt
feel
people.
pain.
Yeah.
I think
That's not good
I don't
enough.
I think it is good
Is
enough.
that good enough?
I think it's good enough.
Hey, it was
I mean,
good
he
enough
says he wants to
put
win.
the best match of the card. So
Yeah, but I didn't feel anything. Make me
yeah,
feel.
well, I felt
Sorry, you can't
Chuffed.
feel joy. Some of us can.
Yeah,
I can.
You're dead.
you can't
sometimes.
You're
feel
dead
anything below the
inside.
waist.
you already told us.
No, AJ Lee's bringing me back to life with CM
Whoa.
Punk.
Whoa. All right. Well,
Is
that's
that
well,
Jimmy?
Rusev
Yeah.
isn't.
Okay.
But no,
Um,
it's fine. He needed that win. If he had lost, then yeah, I would agree with
100%.
you and say, okay, it's time to end the experiment.
Get out.
The Donnybrook champion of the world.
Up from here, he can go into any title. Because I mean, when he was in and he's doing his promos, they're not like super engaging and all that. He's a scary brute and whatever. But through those, he has mentioned that he wants to win. He wants to get gold back and. Blah, blah,
I think
blah,
there's a stat. Like I think 3 people have made Sheamus tap ever, and so it's a big
allegedly
put over. You know, so
allegedly
Sheamus doesn't tap to just anybody. I think it's a good
allegedly.
Yeah.
It is. It's a solid win for sure. If you actually look at it, and they made a point of saying the tap out, it is good for him, and I hope they build upon it. They don't just forget about this, you know.
Yeah.
Not
of course.
having
It's always
faith or
what they do
trust is
next.
fair.
It's always what they do next.
Yep.
Next.
Well, speaking of next, we had Juan Cena defeating Logan Paul by
This was match of
pinfall.
the night. Damn it!
No, it
Really?
wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
I think
It was
so.
fine. It was fine. It was
Mid.
a classic John
Mid.
Cena
I don't know about
retirement match.
mid.
It was.
It was okay.
I was expecting
so
more.
good.
I was expecting more. It just wasn't.
Some
it wasn't
great
that
moments, like
You go into it being like, Logan Paul does no expectations. Then all of a sudden, the match starts, highest expectations.
Good. When did I say
expected
no
more.
expectations
I
of
don't know.
Logan?
No, a lot. Well, yeah, not you, but like a lot of people kind of groan when Logan gets a match. But I thought the feedback from this match was pretty good in the IWC. I think it was well received.
Yeah.
Well, not for
It
me.
was more like the story, I guess, but the match itself, I don't know. I thought it was good.
I enjoyed it. I think it's second match of the night. Can we agree on that? No.
I will agree with that.
Sure.
It's not match of the night.
Sure. It's not match of the night, but it was fine. It was fine compared to the other matches. Yeah.
I'd say second best match of the night for me.
Yeah.
But they both looked good. Like I think they
Yes.
both
They
did very
They
well.
did. I don't know what I expected. I just feel like there was.
It was
Didn't
just a
make-
little
for you.
speed
It
bump
didn't
on
make me
his.
feel.
No, it definitely didn't. It didn't make me feel. You're right. It didn't make me feel.
Well, then that takes us into the last match of the card. Seth freaking Rollins defeating CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Yeah. Brad, what did you think about this?
Me?
Yeah.
Got me for anything. I don't
You?
care about my opinion.
No, I do care about you. I care about you a lot. I actually love you. You're one of
Oh.
my very
I love you
close
too.
friends.
Take it back.
Aw.
Take it back.
Jealous Jay. I don't know which one he's more jealous of, but yeah, it was a good match. This was fun. Huh? What do you think?
We asked you.
That's
idiot.
all I
What do you
get.
think?
That's your expert analysis
this
of
is
the,
fun. What do you
I
guys
could have gone
think?
more, but I want to put it out there to you. Like, I want to get the bat. Like, there's nothing, like, what do you want me to say on this one? What
Did
do
you
what do
watch
wanna go
this
to on one?
match?
I was with you.
Were you?
Okay, that explains a lot. Then.
Yeah.
I
I don't.
Jay,
I don't
what
you know
was
what?
your-
I don't have much feeling for this match either. Maybe you're the one puffing it up. You tell me.
Yeah,
what
maybe
you
that's the
think about
problem.
it.
I just like honestly, like, what
The-
stands out
I-
to you from this
It
match?
was just
Yeah.
like another like moving the cog in the wheel. like,
yeah,
it
the,
was-
the drama was taken out when it was a fatal 4-way. That's kind
I'm
of
not a
the
fan
issue.
of fatal four ways.
Not for a
or
title.
triple
Not for a
threats.
title.
Especially not for a title.
And who's in it is a big part of it. Like, not bad, but just what's
You
coming.
just knew
here,
it wasn't
right?
going to change hands. Like you knew
Yes.
Seth was going to win.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
bothered me.
I think at this point, they're not going to ever pull the trigger with LA Knight.
I know he's starting to
does
look
feel that way.
dumb.
It feels-
He's starting to look dumb.
He is. It feels like now they're just telling us he's a big deal. And at a time, he did feel that
Prove it.
way,
Mm.
but he never wins. He never wins.
No matter what. No matter what.
It,
I
hard to
want
get
him
into
to
that.
do. If it was any other time in wrestling, LA Knight would be a champ.
He's a
But
victim of timing, like when people
Yeah.
played with Jordan back in the day.
Yeah,
He's Barkley.
It's just really unfortunate.
it is.
But I don't know what you do with him. You have to give him the IC title or something.
You
Give
got to
him
give him
He
something
needs
else to
something.
win. He can't keep losing the main thing. Give him something.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Because
I guess the thing we can talk about at the end of this match, the storyline is really good. Now, the match itself and the wrestling, a little bit to the side, right? It was whatever. There's some good spots and things and tables and the French table and that, but Becky Lynch disguised low blow.
Yeah,
Quite the
Oh,
moment.
yeah. The
Quite the
end.
moment.
Yeah.
We have to mention it.
of course.
It's
That
obvious,
was
but
fine.
it's fucking
but
great.
it just shows that why were Jay and LA Knight there? It was really just to
Yeah.
advance Seth and Punk.
Yeah.
And
I
And
guess
that's your
the,
job. It's the job,
little
right?
cut-
I guess
Yeah,
like
like Jason said,
you
it's
know,
a cog
Weak.
moving forward.
It's literally to get 2 other guys on the card to get more people interested in the match, and then more money and marketing.
As long as LA is still in that main title picture, that's always great. Let's keep him around there. He's that level, and maybe we're just waiting for that moment that opens up where it's not on someone else, where the storyline is so hot and important.
But he
can't take it
off.
He
needs money in the bank. He needs a Rumble win. He needs something significant.
He needs something.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe LA Knight's the one that takes the title off Seth because CM Punk interferes or something. Maybe there's something there, but then LA Knight has to immediately take that title and run in the opposite direction and feud with someone else. It can't be with Seth or with Punk or even Jay. I'm so sick of Jay.
Go take it off Sammy. I like Sammy when he chases better, right? Go take it off Sammy. It doesn't matter if Sammy loses. He can go chase something else.
Because LA Knight would be great as a heel. I want him to be world champion, but I just don't believe he will be.
Maybe that's what he needs.
Maybe.
A heel
He needs a
turn
heel
rather
turn.
than
Heel
like
turn.
winning a title or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Or he goes back to being Max Dupree.
Yeah. I want him to
And,
call the crowd incels again. I miss that.
that I like. Yeah, that's good stuff.
True. Well, that was Clash in Paris. I don't think there was anything else we really need to go over necessarily. We've done some news, we've done some wrestling, we've chatted and whatnot. I guess, as Brad said, there will be some fun little games and bits and all that kind of shit that appears on all of our socials. But Brad, I'll let you finish off as always.
Finish me
Do
off.
your thing. Finish me off.
Finish you off. You finish me off. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to another episode of the Four Jobbers podcast. At the Four Jobbers everywhere, and we need your shares, your likes, your subs, everything. Interact on our posts. We need your
And
help.
your souls.
If you love us,
Yes. Do you
give
have
us your
friends?
souls. Or
Tell your
How many
friends.
souls?
If you have.
If you don't have friends,
That's okay.
make some.
And then
by
tell them to
hook or by
subscribe
crook,
and then screw them over.
Make
Yeah.
a fake account, and if you don't have friends, talk to us.
Perhaps take
Yeah,
up a
talk to
hobby.
your
about
friends.
wrestling.
Come on the pod.
I love talking about wrestling. Come on the pod.
Yeah.
Message us. If you actually message us and say you want to be on the pod, you listen to this
Come
far
on.
into
Come
it,
on anytime.
you can come on.
Yeah.
100%.
See you next friggin' week. Bye.
Freaking week.